Hello, creatures of the night, and welcome back to my channel. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Anyways, today's video is going to be a Halloween DIY. So what you're going to need is a jar of some sort. This one's just, or you can just use an old jar, or like a jar from pasta sauce that you had. Some paint, whatever color paint you want, that goes with your theme. So the lid's optional, you don't have to have it. And then some sort of lights. It can also be like a tea light candle, or like the battery powered one, just whatever you want. And paint brushes for the paint, and then stickers or other accessories are optional. So what we are going to do first, we're going to go ahead and take the black paint, and we are going to go ahead, and also you're probably going to want something to put your paint on, so you can just use whatever you have to put your paint in or on. So we are going to just take this and put some paint in. Just a little bit, because we were just using the black paint to outline what I want to outline, and there was some hair tinsel in there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start by drawing triangles, because this is gonna end up being a jack-o'-lantern. Just draw triangles or circles or whatever shape you want. Or you can also draw like a ghost or whatever. So then we are going to draw a mouth, and I'm just going to make it, it doesn't have to be perfect. And mine looks kind of sad. It looks silly as well. Okay, then once you have that, you are going to go ahead and take your other paint now and grab your other paint that you have that you want to use and put some paint. Also, you're going to need something to put the paint in, I forgot to mention earlier. And you're just going to, you don't have to paint the lid if you don't want to, because you might not put the lid on, but if you want the lid to be on it, you can paint the lid. Now we're just going to take the rest of this around and just kind of paint around everything else orange. That's why we outlined it, and you can let the outline dry. So now you're just going to paint around everything else orange. You're just painting. Yeah, make sure you don't mix the orange and the black together, because otherwise we'll get that. And also, I forgot to mention, you want to do this on top of a surface that you don't mind if it gets dirty, or maybe lay down some newspaper or something along those lines. So yeah, we'll have to get a little bit more orange paint. You could also do this with white paint and draw just a ghost, or you can make more than like one of them if you have the different colored paints. Or do something else, like you could do candy corn or something like that as well. Something Halloween themed. And also, this is upcycled if you like reuse your pasta sauce jar or whatever jar that you have. Just paint it around where you put the black, then you can stand it up and also turn it, and you want to paint the sides too. And you can also use mixed shades of colors, and it doesn't matter how thick or how thin you have it. You can have it really thin or really thick, just depends on how much you want the light to shine through that we are going to put in there at the end. And also be careful that you don't just do what I did and smudge it. But if you like it like smudged like that, you can do like a smudged out look. You don't have to have it perfect, because yeah. Just keep painting. So then I kind of got that, and then if you want to go back through and touch up anything, you can. That's why we still have some black paint that we haven't used, so like if I want to go back and touch up a few things, you can, most certainly. And then like if I see anything else I need to touch up, then you can also do that as well. Okay, Then once you get that, you can let it dry, or you can also paint the lid if you want to paint the lid a color. Like if I want to paint the lid orange, maybe I'm going to put the lid on it whenever I put the battery powered lights in. Or you can also put candy in this after it dries if you wanted to do that, or whatever you want in it. So I think I'm going to paint the lid orange as well because it's red. So I think I'm going to go ahead and paint the lid orange. I'm going to let it dry. After it's all completely dry, you can, if you want another coat, after it's dry, you can put another coat on it. And you also don't want to forget the rim. Unless you want it to show redness or whatever color the rim is. Like, you can have it showing a little bit if you want it like that. But then now what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and take whatever lights you are going to put in it. After it's dry, but I'm not going to let it, well, you want to let it dry before you put the lights in, but I don't really care. I mean, I do care, but like, I was just going to show you because I don't want this to have to, like, then you're going to turn on the lights that go in there, put them in, and then you're going to take the lid, and you're going to screw it on, and then this is what it looks like. One second, I'm going to lift this up and show you guys better. This is what it looks like, and you could also, like, you can see the little ghost inside. You can also, like, do a ghost, like a big ghost on this with white paint if you did ghost lights and have it like that. So, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this DIY thing that I showed you. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you, oh yeah, and if after it dries, you can add stickers if you want. There's one more thing I wanted to say. You can also do other things, but this is how it turned out, and you could put candy in there if you didn't, after it dries, if you didn't want to put, like, lights in. There's a whole